I was the lead truck because I was running the IED signal machine, and I don't know if I heard a signal. I'm still trying to piece that in my brain. But from what I can remember is that we were talking, and then all of a sudden it went silent, and the next thing I know, I woke up and I was in the sand, about 500 feet from my truck. I tried to get up. I was super confused. I couldn't figure out where I was, and I tried to get up and I couldn't. And then that's when I looked down, and the pelvis area, and then down to this, I was just split completely open. I could see the bones of my pelvis. I could see inside me for sure. And then the next thing I know, like somebody come from behind me, grabbed my little loop and drugged me between their wheel wells because we were taking fire from that. And he handed me my gun and he said, "Use it if you need it." And I blacked out right after that. And the next time I woke up, I was on a helicopter headed back to the FOP to try to get me to stop bleeding so they can transport me to Germany. And then I was in Germany for six months, and I had like 6 or 7 of my surgeries was in Germany before I even got to go home. And then once I got back home, I had 6 more of my surgeries there, and then I had 1 after they med warded me out. It was about 6 months before they told me that the people from my truck didn't make it. I didn't realize like how much that knowledge of them not making it was going to affect me with every decision that I made from there. Like, I was afraid to lose somebody again or be in charge of anything again. I blamed myself. Like, I don't know. It was like a whirlwind of feelings, I would say. Like, yes, I'm getting out. I know I need to get out because my role isn't this anymore. But what is my role? Who am I now? Those are questions I still can't solely answer, but because I lost myself that day. Like, I'm the things that I used to enjoy, I don't anymore. Or I can't do anymore. Like, just a simple, like, I used to love riding motorcycles. That was like my therapy, and I tried like so hard to do it, and I just couldn't support myself with my legs. And then that's when I found the love for training dogs and wanted to really get into it. But I'd already started like learning how to train dogs from a guy that I'd met. He was a retired canine officer out of New Jersey. He took me under his wing and taught me everything he knew, from teaching protection dogs to service dogs. And he's like, "I really think a service dog can like change your life." So like when I found Toby, just a random picture. He was a failed duck dog out of Minnesota, and an organization called Pilots for Paws actually flew him to me. So I got him like the next day. Like, I did everything for him. Cut his nails, fed him, and we bonded on a level that was just, we're inseparable. Like, when we're apart, you can just tell like it's difficult. It's still difficult for me. It's super difficult for him. So he has helped me, like, at least start to try to be a part of my son's life. It's just something that I couldn't do before I had him. It's what I see a lot with like just veterans in general, is like when they're feeling that feeling, they can just reach down and touch that one thing that they know is like solid, always there. They will love you regardless. It's just a simple action of just being present and applying like their head, or they're laying on your feet, or whatever it is that they do. It's an easy feeling to make you feel like, oh, I'm not alone. I was totally content. Like, I can train my own dog. I'm good, and I would go to this one coffee shop, and a buddy of mine called me up one day. He's like, "I'm gonna meet you at the coffee shop." So he came there and he was like, "I think you need to start one." I said, "Start what?" He's like, "Your own organization. Like, this is something you need to do. I know you're super passionate about and how it's changed your life." And I was like, I don't know. So I went back to the coffee shop the next day. Same guy showed up. And he's like, okay, so what are we calling it? Like, I didn't even give you an answer. I didn't even tell you I was going to do this. And he's like, I just know you're going to do it. You meant to do this. Like, so that day we come up with the name Pop Smoke, just for the pure reason of my med-vac out of Afghanistan. That was the day that changed my life. So kind of use it as a day that I hope I can change everybody else's life. I think a common thing that I hear a lot of veterans that I've been around is like how like the world just kind of seems foggy to them, whether it be medications or whether it be like just nothing makes sense much anymore, and like there's no clarity within it, and so that's kind of where it comes. Like the dog actually helped me start to see the world again differently. It's no longer a world full of threats and anger for me. Like it helped me see past that, through that smoke, as we can put it, and see that there are still good people that aren't out to just hurt me or hurt the people I love. And it was just a lot of understanding for that with me. And that's kind of like what that means for me. It's part of my therapy. I do it because I know how it changed my life, and I can't keep that a secret. It's not like it's a secret. There's 1,000 other organizations that do this. I think it may be different for me just because I know how it changed my life. I'm just not a trainer, you know. I have one. I live this life. I know how it can change, and I know how to do it the right way to help a veteran like be a just more productive member of their family. Like there's veterans that are just suffering, and the divorce rate, just because a veteran just can't get past that one step to like try to be a part of the family again. There's a lot of like veterans that feel secluded, completely surrounded by people, but they're just, because they feel like nobody understands them. They're suffering, and I don't want that for anyone. I know what it feels like. I've been there, and if I can change it by giving you a dog, that's an easy thing for me to do. If I can change one person's life, I don't care if I help one or I help 100 or I help 1,000. I don't care. It changed somebody, and then that's I do it just because I love it. Hey, I love being around dogs. I do that, but the veteran community is suffering in a way that drugs can't help you. Like that's not the answer. The VA and the drugs, that's not the answer. Like I hear everybody, you know, they're pets, they're this, but they're really not. They're a medical device that can save your life. I don't know if I dream of it being like humongous, but I dream of it helping a veteran one at a time is really where I'm at.